Good morning.
Good morning. We're still at the campground this morning. We've got some things to check off our to-do list. We've got to pack up.
I got to empty the water tanks and refill back up with fresh water and take the garbage out.
Yeah.
Do a little cleaning around here.
Yep. So we got a little to-do list this morning, but we've got about a 3.5 hour drive back to Portland area. So
Yep.
we're gonna head that way, get some gas.
Right after I get done emptying the tanks, and we'll get going.
Yep. All right. We'll see you then.
See ya.
So after we finished our to-do list, Geoff finished dumping the tanks and refilling our water and all that. We're heading to Manoma Falls. It's like 40 minutes out of Portland, so we're gonna try to stop there before we take the van back. But first, we stopped at McDonald's for breakfast instead of coffee this morning. We tried to go to a Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros. We weren't sure that the van would get underneath their awning.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna risk it.
That's been a challenge with the van. I think we can clear a lot of the stuff that we're afraid to, but we just don't know the van well enough, so you don't want to risk it. So McDonald's it is this morning. This place is absolutely packed for a Sunday morning. We should have known better. I don't even know if we're going to be able to see the falls. We really don't have much time.
So instead of going to the Manoma Falls, we're driving down the road to try and find some parking, and we found this really cool one called Horsedale Falls. So we're gonna go check that out, and if we can find parking for the other waterfall, we'll head there too.
So we're not sure if this rig is considered an RV technically, probably not. But we found the only parking spot that said RVs and buses only, so we're gonna take advantage of it, and we're just gonna call it an RV today. So.
It was a good sign of a waterfall.
So there's a parking lot, and then it's a very short walk. You can see the waterfall right there. Body.
Pepper. Nice little picnic area over here. Looks kind of muddy actually, but it's pretty cool.
Really muddy here, but it looks like you can't get all the way down to the rock.
Maybe if I wasn't wearing hay boots right now, and you weren't either, we probably should have changed into our hiking shoes. No monkey.
Alright, let's head over to the other side.
Nice little bench you can sit on as well. If you, maybe after you got done doing the hike, that wouldn't be so bad. Take a little seat.
So we're just leaving the waterfall.
Absolutely beautiful.
Huge.
I've definitely seen plenty of pictures of on Instagram of that other waterfall. I don't think I've ever seen this one before.
No. I don't know if we're going to make it to the other one. We've still got a flight to catch in a couple hours, so...
And we have to drop the camper off still, so...
So I think we got to head back, but it's a nice scenic drive through here, so I'm pretty excited to get back that way.
Yep.
All right, let's go back to Portland, I guess.
I'm very happy we found some parking here. Otherwise, we wouldn't get to see the cool little waterfall.
That's a fucking Ranger.
Full Ranger.
Well, it's been a really fun 4 days. The first and last have been really short. The other two, I feel like we got a bunch done in those 2 days. But sadly, it has to come to an end.
It does.
I had a ton of fun driving this around. Surprisingly, I mean, we drove hundreds of miles this weekend.
Yeah.
What did you like most about the van?
I personally like being able to go to the bathroom
Yeah.
in our own home kind of thing. I mean, we stopped at a rest stop earlier and it was really nasty, and I don't miss that on road trips. And
I don't even want to discuss how disgusting those bathrooms were.
it's just nice to be able to not get yelled at by everybody, like Tim and Bridgette and Geoff, for having to stop to pee every hour or so.
Yeah, normally she's the one that's holding up all the road trips to places because she always has to go to the bathroom. I mean, it was great though, because every time we went to like a lookout point or on one of our hikes, when we got back, we were able to use the restroom if we needed to.
Yep. I also really enjoyed just the flexibility of everything. I mean, there's a lot that you guys obviously did not get to see that we did on our trip, you know, but it was just nice being able to pull off here. You don't want to go there right now, do you? Let's go back. We'll go back. We'll keep driving. We'll come back. That's the flexibility of it. You don't have to worry about going to your hotel, you know, oh man, my hotel's 2 hours that way. Why would I keep driving?
Yeah, where instead we were able to, you know, we saw a cool seafood restaurant last night. We're like, man, I guess we'll just have to come back for it because we don't really have to worry about where we are other
Yep.
than just finding a place to camp at night.
Yeah. I mean, same with like the casinos. We just saw billboards that took us there. We didn't plan on going there.
Yeah. Had a little bit of fun at the adult arcades.
Yeah,
and-
just it was nice to be able to pull over and do what you wanted.
Yeah,
All the whole trip. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
it was.
That was my favorite part. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was just being able to see everything that we were able to see. I mean, if we were on a time crunch to be to a hotel by a certain time each day, or knowing that we had something planned, but I mean, knowing that we had the whale excursion planned, we were still able to do stuff like easily around that because we were able to get in the van, go there, and then after the whale excursion I was soaking wet, so I was able to change out of my shirt easily without taking and going back to a hotel, because we never bring a change of clothes when we go places, do you?
And then, you know, that's the other nice thing. After you get done with an exhausting hike or anything like that, you can come back and kind of reset for a few minutes. You know, you don't have to just get in the car and go, oh, now we have an hour to our hotel. I mean, if you watched our other vlogs with Asheville and stuff, we had about, what, 4 or 5 hour drive to our Airbnb.
Each time.
So poor Geoff, you know, he didn't have any time to reset. We literally went go, go, go. So this way it kind of lets you get the best of both worlds, you know?
Yeah.
Was there anything you didn't like about the van?
Well, I didn't like the fact that there's really bad blind spots up in the driver's side. I mean, there's like a good, like, 10, 12 inches of where you can't see on the left, and on the right side it's not as bad for when you're just driving straight roads, but if you're trying to do a turnoff from a lookout, a lot of the roads in Oregon are so twisty and windy it's really hard to see out your passenger side.
Yeah, I can see that. You had some complaints with that.
That's another thing I didn't really like about the van, and it's another kind of our fault thing. We brought this big, huge suitcase.
That's our fault.
Yeah, there's no place for it in here.
You gotta keep moving it back and forth depending on.
It spent most of its time in the bathroom.
Yeah, but when
Except
you
for
needed
at
the
night.
bathroom, you'd be like, oh my god, now you gotta take this big suitcase, throw it in front of you so that you can walk past it.
And if you're going down the road, you're throwing it on the bed, and if you're going to bed for the night, you're throwing it in front of the slider.
And that is our fault. I mean, the owners of the van did offer for us to unpack all our stuff. We didn't want to inconvenience them and sit in their driveway and figure out where to put everything. So we were like, oh, it's fine. We didn't even think about the fact that we'd have to keep moving it back
Yeah.
and forth. So, I mean, if you were actually living in one of these, maybe you wouldn't have a suitcase, but...
There's if you were to live in one of these, there's plenty of storage to utilize. You would just have to become very minimalistic
Yeah.
on your lifestyle.
I think this van layout, now this is the only van we've actually been in person.
Yep.
But we do follow people that travel in vans on YouTube and watch them, and this by far is my favorite layout that I've ever seen.
Yep.
Compared to some of the things that they criticize a lot, this van has really utilized their space well. I mean, it's great having these two beds like this. Yeah, it sucks we have to sleep separate. It's really not that big of a deal though. It's nice, there's a nice open, we're bigger people, so I couldn't imagine trying to squeeze through some of the kitchen setups that all these other van lifers have. So
Yeah.
I think that Winnebago did a really good job listening to their, critics.
Yeah. Well, what did you not like about the van or about the trip in general, Amanda?
I don't know if I have any other critiques really about the van. I mean, we didn't really get to utilize every aspect of it. Like, we didn't use the shower. We
Nope.
did plan on using the shower.
We did.
But we figured at the end of the night, it was just easier to find a campground last minute. We didn't book these campgrounds until,
Except
I
for
don't know.
Nehalem. Or
Yeah.
Nehalem.
Nehalem, we booked in advance because we didn't know what to do. And we weren't sure how the van really was going to work.
Yep.
But the other two, we didn't book them until super late at night. I mean, it was dark by the time we really booked anything.
Yeah, we thought we were going to attempt to dry camp one of the nights, but after the first day of using the toilet 3 times, washing our hands 3 times, and brushing our teeth, we went through already a third of the tank, so we figured maybe one of us would get a shower out of the
If
shower.
that, and I mean, it's one of those stop, rinse,
Yeah.
wash, stop it kind of thing. Yeah.
I like to enjoy my shower, and I know she does too.
Yeah, so I mean, that was kind of a thing. I mean, you'd have to take that into consideration if you were going to dry camp for a long time. 18 gallons does not go very far.
No, not at least not
So
for
I guess
us.
that is my least favorite, probably, is the amount of water. I felt like you had to really think about what you were doing.
Yeah.
But
Sadly, we got to wrap things up, guys.
yep, we're leaving.
We're gonna go drop the van off here in just a few minutes and get on our plane and head back home to Michigan. And
So I think this wraps up the trip for now.
yeah,
So hopefully we'll see you next time.
yeah. Until next time.
Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed watching us.
Yeah.
And check out our other vlogs. We go on cruises, camping, all sorts of stuff. We visit different states, so
Yeah.
it'd be nice if you guys would check that out.
Yeah, and hit the notification bell to keep updated on every time we upload a new video too.
All right.
Bye.